If I were to ask you, how would you rate your life today from 1 to 10? No need to answer, but we asked this question to consumers recently, both in the US and China, and most of them answered with one number. Can you guess which one is it? Well, I already revealed the answer. But this surprised me. Surprised me because the reasons they gave were all different, yet with one underlying cause, which I will share after a bit. And it surprised me also because it made me think about my life. It made me think about my life, and even if I consider myself a very positive person, as some of you may know, I would have said something around that line. And it made me wonder why. So, today I'm not here to share any life lessons on well-being. I'm far away from being a teacher, but just 3 simple stories, 3 examples that helped me in my daily life to increase that number. So my first story dates back 10 years when I first left home, Verona, moved to the United States, and experienced loneliness for the first time. There, in this remote boarding school, surrounded by hills, I also fell in love with sunsets. And I love sunsets. Not only they give us an amazing, beautiful light and colors, but they offer us a moment to pause, to appreciate. Sunsets, to me, are appreciation moments. I feel that we often appreciate too little and too late, while yet life offers us plenty of opportunities to appreciate. Just to look around us, could be a good cappuccino in the morning, could be a walk after lunch around the building, anything really. For me, for instance, would be at sunset. If I'm lucky enough not to be in a meeting, I will run up and look at the sunset from the rooftop, which I highly recommend, if you have not seen it yet, and just spend 5-10 minutes looking at the sky. Appreciation moments, as I said, can be found anywhere, but they're up to us. And I really encourage you to find your appreciation moment if you don't have it yet. The second story I would like to share is from a few years back when I was with my brothers in Haiti volunteering. And I'm in Cité Soleil, a very impoverished community. And all of a sudden, I see this extraordinary, ordinary moment. I pick up my camera and take this picture. If I would have asked this child how she would have rated her life in that moment, she would have probably said a 10. And for her, in that moment, nothing else really mattered but being present, together, playing. And that's what this picture reminds me of. It reminds me of the importance of being present to be happy. And this is something I love about children, because children are extraordinary at being rooted in the present. And guess who's not that good at it? Well, us. It's easy. We are incredibly busy. We're always running. So it's easy to forget about being present. As Antoine de Saint-Exupéry wrote in The Little Prince, all grown-ups were once children, but only a few remember it. And to circle back to the first point on the 7, when we ask consumers why is not a 10? All of them answered either their reasons were either in the future or in the present. Almost never in the present. Yeah, the future or in the past. So how does this relate to my daily life? For instance, when I'm overwhelmed, I would just pause, take a deep breath, and write down a list. I will write down a list, prioritize, and then I will focus on what I can do now in the present, and let the future follow. So my third story is from the first Christmas we had during COVID. I remember my older brother was not there. He was in the US. And by then, it's been like almost a year we hadn't seen each other. The same Christmas, my mom gave me this book, which I really love. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. I love this book. It's a children's book, but I believe it's for everyone. And although it's filled with so many life lessons, there is one that I would like to share with you for the sake of time. So when the mole asked the boy, "Is your glass half empty or half full?" The boy said, "I don't know. I'm just grateful to have a glass. So when life hits you, both metaphorically and literally, I think it's important to change perspective. So when that Christmas, it was hard to see the glass half full without my brother there, I thought about that quote, and it helped. I thought that despite my brother was distant, I was still grateful to have him as a brother in my life. And after all, he was still spending his Christmas with his best friend's family. So in general, I think that it happens that we might be overwhelmed, annoyed, even at ourselves, but it's always important when nothing seems to work that maybe I can see a sunset, maybe I can be fully present, and there are too many things going on in our life to take a step back and see things from a different perspective and see the big picture. In general, like for instance, here at P&G, I think we forget how lucky we are to be here, to work with amazing people every day, to really get to work on interesting and challenging projects, to deliver impact, to grow, and everything that comes with it. So some days our glass will be half full, others it might be half empty. But I think we should never forget how lucky we are to have this glass. So these few points are is not meant to have a life. Our life is not meant to be always a 10. That's not the point, and it's fine like that. To me, these 3 points are finding your appreciation moments, being present, and changing perspective are 3 simple tools that help make some of my days a 10. And I hope that this simple ABC will help make some of your days a 10 as well. So, if I were to ask you one more time to rate your life from 1 to 10, what would you say? Thank you.